Yo, what is going on, everybody? First off, I just want to say thank you and congratulations, right, on starting your financial future, right? You guys just filled out a form and you guys just booked a call with me to actually start learning how to trade and learn what my strategy is, how it works, and how you can start doing it yourself, right? So I just want to say congratulations on you doing something that most people will never do, which is take time out of your busy life and out of your busy day to actually invest towards your financial future, right? So that shows a lot about you as an individual. So I just want to say congratulations, number one. And two, right, I want to take some time in this video to educate you a bit, right, on different things that I think you should know prior to the call. That way you come into it well educated and prepared to make the most out of your time, ladies and gentlemen, right? So on this video, or in this video, I want us to cover what exactly it is that I do, what my company is, what we teach, how long we've been around, and different things of that nature. That way, again, you can make a well-informed decision if you think I'm a good fit for you or not, right? If you think I'm a good mentor, if you think that my program's a good fit for you, or if you think that maybe I'm not, and at least in that call, then I can direct you towards somebody else that might be a better fit for you, right? So, in this video, like I said, we're going to be covering some background about myself, about the company, and then what I do on a day-to-day basis for me to be able to make $300 to $500 a day at 25 years old, right? I haven't had a job in over almost 4 years now, and we're going to get into all that in a minute, but I want to be able to help you guys do the same thing, and I want you guys to have an understanding of what it is that you're going to be doing. That way, when we get on our one-on-one call that you just scheduled, right, we can actually break down specific questions that you have, and I can give you specific instructions on what you should do, whether you decide to work with me or whether you decide to go out into the world and work with somebody else, which is completely fine. My responsibility on that call is to help you feel comfortable and confident about the path that you're taking, ladies and gentlemen, right? So the purpose of this video is to help you just get a better understanding, right? That way in that call, I can help make the most out of your time, right, and give you streamlined advice and education, people. So make sure you guys watch this video in its entirety, write down questions, write down confusions, all that stuff, and yeah, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Again, congratulations on booking your call, and we'll go from there. So I'll see you guys in the training. Peace. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so, right, while we are about to get into it, right before we do, I want to discuss 3 things that I want to accomplish, right? While we're beginning this journey, 3 things that I want to do while we have each other here, right? Number 1, I want to be able to educate you. Number 2, I want to be able to empower you. And number 3, I want to be able to enrich you guys, right? I want to be able to give you guys the tools and the knowledge that we are not traditionally taught in the school system, right? That you did not learn in middle school, high school, college, and you're definitely not learning it in the workforce, right? I want to go over secrets that have been hidden from us that multimillionaires, billionaires, and the largest banks and institutions in the world are hiding from you, that if you were to know them, you can start implementing these tools and start implementing these actions to help put you in a better position, right? So I want to be able to give you guys the tools, give you guys the systems, and give you guys the blueprint to how you can break generational curses and start creating generational wealth, ladies and gentlemen. That is my main goal for this training. Okay, so to get right into it, I'm going to try and keep this as short as I possibly can because I know no one cares about me, right? But I think it is important, for, like I said earlier, for you guys to know who you're talking to, who are you listening to, and is this person worth your time, right? Who is this guy, right? Am I worth you actually listening to? Am I worth you actually investing your spare time to learning from me, right? Am I worth that, right? Or am I just another dude on the internet, right? So that's why I want to show you guys a quick background about myself, right? So, my real name is Gianni Oliva, right? But if you want to Google me or whatever, right, you might not see the best stuff because I was a little crazy when I was younger, but you will see something, okay? So that's my real name, and then I go by Ollie Cashflow. That's a nickname I got a few years ago, and it stuck, really, you know, so that's what most people call me, is Ollie. If you guys want to shoot me a follow, right here, Ollie Cal Show on all my socials, right? If you want to, do a background check on me, go ahead, right? But I was introduced to trading by my father, right, in 2013. Okay, that's my summer. That entire year, I was maybe like 14 or 15 years old, and he made me and my brother sit down in front of a computer because he was learning about forex at that time, and he made us spend the entire summer, right? We did not go out, we did not hang out with friends, we didn't do anything. He made us sit down and we studied forex, right? Forex specifically, right? And that was the first day trading experience that I ever got, right? I was trading on a demo account at that age, and what happened is, though, I was young, I was a little silly, I didn't really think that this is worth my time, right? I was what, in like 7th grade, right? So I didn't really take it too seriously. Okay, fast forward, whenever I was in high school, right, I was my varsity wrestling captain, right? So to all my wrestlers out there, right, you know what it's like, right? You build a very solid mindset, you build a lot of discipline, and you build a lot of great habits, for when you get older in life, right? So I was building these traits, I was building these characteristics, and I was building a resume for myself to compete in college, right? But I broke my ankle, and it was very bad, so it was a career-ending injury. And then after that, I ended up getting arrested for a couple things, right? So again, public records, right? So I got arrested for doing some stupid stuff, right? And then I ended up just having to go get a normal job, right? So I was working day-to-day jobs, and I noticed I really wasn't getting anywhere anywhere that I wanted to be, I should say. So I started doing more illegal stuff, right? In the town that I'm from, it's called Sebring, Florida, right? It's this big, right? You can drive over it in 5 minutes, okay? But it's a very, very bad town, even though it's small, right? There's nothing there to do whatsoever, okay? If you're young, except do drugs, sell drugs, or get into trouble, right? And if you are trying to build a career, there's nothing for you to do except fast food, basic low-end construction, or selling drugs, right? So I did something stupid, right? And I chose the latter, right? Which put me in jail for a little bit of time, and then that put me on probation for a lot of time. So when I got out, I wasn't able to go get a good job again, right? I wasn't able to get hired. No one was hiring me. No one took me seriously. No college was taking me seriously. So I ended up paying for 1 year of a community college right there in my hometown, and I was going to school for business, right? And I dropped out after my first year because I was learning about accounting, and I was learning about like being a manager and stuff like that, and just things that were not important, right? And more importantly, I was learning these things from somebody or some people, right, that had never owned or ran a business in their entire life, right? So I decided, instead of me paying thousands of dollars, right, for something that I'm not going to use and something that I don't want, I'm just going to go out into the world and do it myself and make a name for myself, guys, right? So I quit school. And in 2019, early 2019, I opened up my first trading account, which was my own because I was over 18 finally, right? So opened up my first trading account in 2019, and I started investing into crypto mid 2019, I would say, right? Bitcoin, Ethereum, and I wasn't in XRP yet, but those were the first two that I had heard about. So I was investing into those, and I was doing that while I was studying trading again. I was doing that simultaneously every single day, studying every single day, practicing, investing into programs, spending hundreds of dollars here, thousands of dollars there on courses, mentors, or programs, whatever it was, right? Just for me to learn and get ahead. And I would go to work. At that time, I was working at Metro PCS, right? I would go to work every single day, making $9.50 an hour plus commission with my laptop that I spent every last dollar I had on, right? And I studied. Right? I studied the market. I was trying to study entrepreneurship. I was studying every single day, right? Every single day, right? I would get to work when there wasn't a customer. I was studying, right? Whenever I would get home, on my drive home, I was listening to podcasts, right? When I got home, I would go straight into the corner of my living room because that's all I had. I was living in an apartment this big at the time, in the middle of the hood, bed bug and cockroach infested, right? Every single day, right? Doing that for hours, right? Losing sleep for years, okay? And then eventually, right after COVID hit, it was like August or something of 2020. I made enough finally. I compounded my account enough, and I had finally gotten to a point where I was making just a little bit more than I was making at my job, right, full time, right? So I decided to leave my job, and I have a video of it where I'm just like, you know what, man, I cannot take this anymore. I just made my daily pay at my job. I took my shirt off. I said, hey, Tony, I'm sorry. Tony was my boss. Shout out to Tony. He was a very cool guy still. But I gave him my shirt and I walked out, right? And I never had a job since then, guys. And I've documented my entire process, right? Ever since I opened up my first account, I've been documenting my process, right? And people from my old town, right? But either way, but I've been documenting it, okay? So I left my job in 2020, and then all of a sudden people see it, right? So then they start asking me for help. My friends start asking me for help, family, all that stuff. So then I started teaching, right? I'm doing it on a one-on-one basis, though, and everything. And then eventually, a good friend of mine, he comes to me, or she came to me, and she says, you know what, you should actually open up a company about this, right? So I started building, right? I started building everything, right? It took me probably a little bit over a year to put together all the information, put together all the automations, the systems, and the trainings and everything to make somebody that knows absolutely nothing, just like I did, right? But then shortcut their process. That way they can get the results that I was getting way faster than it took me to get it, though, right? So that's what I started working on building, right? So then eventually, we opened up Cash Flow Investing Inc. in July of 2021. Guys, we started it with 0 people, just me, a couple people, like a couple other, I wouldn't even call them partners, right? But a couple other people that were actually, there supporting, right? And we built it up to where we are now, right? So we're going to get into our numbers currently, but from 0 people to over 500 people across the world, right? Across the world that I have personally been able to teach, mentor, and help start making additional income, right? Whether it's $50 a day, $200 a day. Some of my students have made some of the students make more than me, right? Where they're making well over $600 to $700 every single day. Right? Excuse me, right? But as beginners, right? Beginners as in like a year or 2 years of experience, you know what I mean? But that's very fast still, and because of that, and because of all of our 5-star reviews that we've had, I don't have anything less than a 5-star review, right? I've never had a bad review. So because of that, we've been awarded the #1 educational consultant in Delray Beach, Florida, which is where I'm located, right, for 2022, 2023, and I just got the announcement the other day, and I'll post about this somewhere, but I just got the announcement that we've been awarded #1 educational consultant in the city for 3 years in a row. We just won it for 2024, guys. So 3 years in a row, #1 educational consultant. Yeah, so that's who I am, and that's where we've came to be, guys. So before we get into the information, there is a quote that I love living by and that I love talking about, right? So the person that said the quote, his name is Jim Rohn. Okay, he's a renowned entrepreneur. He's a renowned philosopher, business mentor, author, you name it, right? He's done it, right? And he's achieved it, okay? So a quote, he's a self-made millionaire as well, right? Or I don't think he's a billionaire, but he's a millionaire. He might be a billionaire, right? But look him up, right? But he says this quote, okay, formal education will make you a living without actually living, whereas self-education will make you a fortune, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Now, I want you to let that sink in, okay? Because clearly you're watching this for a reason, right? The things that you have been taught and the things that you have learned over your life have not gotten you the results that you want or the results that you need in life, okay? So clearly, no one's gonna come and teach you that traditionally, okay? So you have to go out and self-teach yourself the real things that matter about money, about wealth, about health, about happiness, right? Because you're not gonna get taught that stuff, okay? You're gonna get taught how to be a slave, how to work a job, right? How to be just like every other person that came before you, okay? If you want to create generational wealth, if no one's taught it to you yet, you have to go out and teach it yourself, guys, okay? So I want you to understand the power of this quote, because when you understand it, it'll change your life, guys, okay? So the first thing I want to cover is the cash flow quadrant, okay? There are 4 different ways to make money, right? I did not invent this. It was created or figured out by Robert Kiyosaki, okay? He's the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It is a great book. If you have not read it, go read it, right? So basically, it talks about the 4 different categories that people get split up to, okay? And where people fall into, right, depends on what they do for a living, okay? So the first category is an employee, right? This is 60% of the population, right? More than likely, this is where you are, okay? This is something, there's nothing wrong with this either, but this is somebody that has a job. They have a set hourly pay, okay? For example, right, I worked at Metro PCS and I was making $9.50 an hour, right? That was my job and that was my pay. Okay, you are extremely replaceable, right? And you had little to no leverage, right? If you try to call off too much, you're fired. If you go to the bathroom too long, you're fired, right? If you don't show up on time, you're fired, right? If if they don't like you anymore, you're fired, right? And they'll have somebody in there like that, right? If you get sick, you're fired after sick leave or whatever, right? You better get healthy and then come back in. You know what I mean? So you're extremely replaceable, right? That's what an employee is, okay? So the next category is self-employed, okay? This is a little bit better. But instead of having a job, you now own a job, right? So 35% of the population are self-employed. This is where if they are not working, they are not making any money. Okay, but the benefit is that you get to create your own hours and you have a little bit more leverage, right? If you don't feel like working today, you don't really have to. But if you do that too many times in a row, you're not going to have any money to pay your bills, right? So you have to work your own hours, right, in order for you to make your money, right? An example of this is like a barber, right? Or somebody that owns a food truck, right? Or, like a lash tech, those kind of people, those kind of things, and people are self-employed, right? So the next step, which is where these people are wanting to get to, is becoming a business owner, right? So only 4% of people successfully become business owners, right? And what this means now is that you don't have a job or own a job, but instead now you own a system, right? Where a system are things that allow you to save yourself time, energy, and money, right? Because you have people working for you. You have people doing your tasks for you, right? You have people that are doing the things that are making you money without you actually having to do it yourself. Okay, when you're a business owner, you have a lot more leverage because you get tax benefits. You get a lot of business perks by having that. You're able to make more money, like I said, without having to do as much. But it takes a lot of time and energy to get there, right? It's not as simple as, I'm a business owner now. No, it takes a lot of work and patience in order to get to that point, right? That's why it's such a small number. Okay, but the becoming self-employed and becoming a business owner are possible, but they're a little bit tricky, right? You need a good plan, right? But the last one is a category that everybody in the entire world can become a part of, okay? But only 1% of the population actually becomes one, right? So I hope you guys can guess what it is. If you can't, I'm going to tell you. It's an investor. Right, the investor. Only 1% of people become investors, right? This is now where money is out working for you instead of you going out to work for money, okay? This is known as passive income, ladies and gentlemen. I'm saying it again, passive income. Okay, this is where you have the ability to create multiple income streams out of one investment, right? And now the best part about it is you have the highest leverage. You can get started with low costs, right? You can get started with minimal time, right? You can get started and create significant wealth over time without you having to do anything. Okay, and if you do it the right way, you can get the best tax benefits once you learn how to play the game, right? So only 1% of the population are playing this game, okay? So now here's another number. Okay, 95% of the population makes up only 5% of the entire GDP in the market. Of all the money that's in circulation in the market, right? 95% of the common people make up only 5% of the wealth that is distributed. Okay? So now what that means is that the remaining 5% of the population controls the other 95% of the money. Okay? So to put it simply, 95% of the world controls only 5% of the money, right? And now the top 5% of the world controls the remaining 95% of the entire wealth and money in the world. Okay, so now I'll break that down for you. I'll tell you who they are, right? The 95% that make up only 5% of the wealth, the 5% that make up the other 95% of the wealth. Okay, so it makes you wonder, where am I currently and where am I trying to go, right? You guys should be aiming to get here, okay? Become part of the 1%, right? So what are we taught? We're taught to put all of our money inside of a bank, right? We're taught to put all your money inside of a savings account and that investing is risky. Oh, investing's risky. Don't buy into Bitcoin. Don't start a business. Put all your money here. Why do you think they tell you that? What do you think that the banks are actually doing with your money right now? The bank that you have, the bank account that you might have $500 in, or you might have $500,000 in. Where do you think that your money is? Do you think it's sitting in the bank? No, they go out and they invest it for you, right? Since you don't take the time to educate yourself, they're not going to teach you, right? And since you're not going to go teach yourself and invest your money for yourself, they're going to go take your money and they're going to go invest it for you, right? They're going to go put the money to work for them to make even more money. And what are they going to pay you? Nothing. They're going to give you 0.001 or whatever it is now. It's very low. It's less than 1%, right? And high interest yield savings account is like 3 to 5% a year. Okay, that's high savings though. The traditional savings account is like 0.03 or something like that. That's nothing, right? If you have $1,000 in your bank account, it's going to be like $1,000 and maybe 30 cents after a year, right? Give or take a couple dollars, maybe. You know what I mean? It's nothing, right? But where instead, if you were to take that same $1,000 that you were going to put into a savings account, you can go out and invest it and maybe turn it into 1,500, or maybe turn it into 2,000, or maybe turn it into 5,000 in a year by learning how to do it yourself, right? So now that's all you got to do. Just look at what the banks are doing, guys. Okay? Because now this is what they're doing. We're introducing something that has been around for years. Okay, it's called currency trading, right? It gives you the ability to make money anywhere in the entire world at any time. Literally, anywhere at any time. You can be at your job, you can be at home, you could be sleeping, you could be on the beach, you could be on a plane, you could be, God forbid, at a funeral, whatever, right? In the hospital, right? And I can testify for this because I've been documenting my journey since day one. Okay, since day one. Go back, go fact check me and go look at it. I am the most transparent and honest person in the world because I come from a bad environment. I come from, a place where there was no education and no opportunity. Okay, I just want to show you guys that this is possible. Right, and you can learn how to do this too, right? I go to the beach almost every day. I don't look like it, but I do, right? And I post videos and pictures of me trading all the time, right? Withdrawing money to my bank account all the time, on the plane, on vacation, wherever, at work. You can do it passively, and the best part too, you can do it while you sleep. Imagine how cool it would be to wake up to an extra $100, right? And once you start getting really good, an extra $200. An extra $500 before you even wake up. That'd be insane. So that's what we're going to be teaching you guys how to do, right? So, okay, these 10 banks, like I was just talking about the banks, okay, these banks make up 64% of the foreign exchange market, okay? The foreign exchange market is what we trade. Basically, it's when you exchange currencies for other currencies. Like, think about if you were to go to Europe or go to France or go to Switzerland. Or if you were to go to Switzerland, right? And Switzerland, I don't know. But if you were to go there and you had US dollars, you would need to exchange them for the Swiss franc, right? That's their native currency. So you would need to swap your currency for theirs, right? Now, I don't know what it is exactly, but let's say that if you had $100, right, you might get 110 francs, or you might get 70 francs, or whatever, right? But because of that exchange rate, it's never fixed. It's always changing, right? So basically, we make predictions on whether the exchange rate is going to go up or down. And you get to do this without having to fly all over the world, right? But you get to do this the same way you would trade on Robinhood from your phone. You get to do it from your phone, from your computer, right? From your tablet, whatever. Okay, from the library, right? So now, that's what the foreign exchange market is, right? And for those of you guys that are taking notes, it is worth over $6.6 trillion. Okay, or it might be like 7.3 by now. It's 2024, honestly. But every single day, it generates $6.6 trillion a day, right? That is way, 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 way bigger than Bitcoin, than every crypto put together, right? It's bigger than every stock put together, right? It's bigger than the real estate market, than precious metals. It's the biggest market in the entire world, right? It is the most liquid market in the entire world, right? And like I said previously, You can do it 24 hours a day. Okay, the stock market, you can only do it 9 to 5, right? If you're not trading during 9 to 5, you're not going to be able to accurately trade the stock market, right? People that say it doesn't matter, they're probably not making that much money trading the stock market, right? So the stock market, if you work a normal job, it's very expensive and very limited because of the money and the time that it takes to be able to actually become profitable, right? Whereas with Forex and with binary options, which is what I do, you can make money 24 hours a day, 6 days a week, technically. I said 7, but it's technically 6 days a week, right? But 24 hours a day. So if you work at 9 to 5, you can trade at 9 p.m. You can trade at 7 p.m. You can trade at 7 a.m. You can trade at 3 a.m., right? You can trade at any time that you want to trade because it's open 24 hours a day, right? So, and the benefit too is you can open up a trading account with for binary options. You can open up an account with $10, right? And for Forex, I recommend that you open up an account with like $200, right? That's all you need. But you can start with less. That's just what I recommend. You know what I mean? So that's something to take into consideration too. Whereas if you're trading stock options, you need minimum $3,000 to $5,000 in order for you to make any significant money, unless you either are getting very lucky or you're trading very, very risky and you're gambling at that point, to be honest, right? So that's the reality of stock and crypto trading, right? So these 10 banks, right, just follow what the banks do. Like I said, right, these 10 banks make up 64% of the foreign exchange market, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, that is over $4 trillion a day that the banks are making. Okay, let's look at them. JP Morgan, I've heard of them. Deutsche Bank, I've heard of them. Citibank, I've heard of them. HSBC, I've heard of them. Goldman Sachs, I've definitely heard of them. One of the biggest institutions in the world, right? Bank of America and Merrill Lynch, I've heard of them, and I have an investment account with Merrill Lynch, and I have a bank account with Bank of America, right? TD Ameritrade is also on there. Chase Bank is also on there. Okay, so now this makes you think, right? They generate billions of dollars a day in profit with trading your money. Okay, they do this with your money, and they make that amount of money every single day. Okay, who's running the banks? The 1%, the elites, the people that want you to stay broke, right? That's why they don't teach you about it, right? So instead, if you just look at what they do and you copy the banks and you do what they are doing, investing into correct assets, you can start banking for yourself, ladies and gentlemen, instead of you having to rely on other people that don't have your best interest in mind and that don't actually protect your money. You can start protecting your money for yourself. Okay, so here's how it works, to put it very simply, right? I don't want to pull up like actual real charts because I don't know your experience level just yet, so we can go over that on our one-on-one call, but I want to make this simple and easy for you to understand, right? So everybody thinks, right, everybody knows, okay, buy low and sell high, right? If you want to make money with stocks or by investing, you think that you got to buy the stock super cheap, and the only way you can make money is if the market goes up. Okay, now that is partially true, again, if you're trading stocks, right? But the very, very cool thing too is that when you're day trading, right, and you're day trading Forex and binary options specifically, okay, you can also make money when the market is going down, right? You are not limited to only a good market condition. Everyone thinks, oh, people tell me this all the time since you're trading, you know, the market's really bad right now, you must be losing a ton of money. No, I'm not, because I'm a trader, right? You can make money if the market's going up or down, okay? So you can sell, let's say right here, let's say you're looking at the chart and you see this pattern right here. The market's coming up really high. When the market's going really high, what do you think is usually going to happen? Right? What do you usually think is going to happen? Right? It's probably going to come back down, right? The market only does 3 things, ladies and gentlemen, right? It goes up, it goes down, and it goes sideways, right? But usually goes up or down, okay? So you only have a yes or no option. Is it going to go up or is it going to go down, right? It's not that complicated in theory, right? So when we teach you how to break it down and you learn how to make educated decisions, you can learn how to identify when the market is about to go down and you can sell, right? And then after you're done doing that, you can then buy, right? Because then when the market's low, you have the ability to buy. Also, with the right strategies, you can create more cash flow and make more money, right? You can sell when it's high and buy when it is low, ladies and gentlemen, right? So for those people that are paying attention, okay, what do you guys think you should do right here? What would you guys do in this example right here? Market is right here in this position. What would you do? Lock in your answers in your head, guys. 3, 2, 1. You would buy, guys. You would buy. Why? Because as you can see, the market continued rising, right? So you, even though the market ended up coming down, you still could have made money right here, okay? So next example right here, guys. What would you do? Would you buy or would you sell? This one's a little bit trickier, right? It's a little bit trickier, but what would you guys do? Would you buy or would you sell? You would sell, right? Even if you went into negative a little bit, as you can see, let's say you sold right here, the market would push up against you a little bit, right? But if you knew your trading style and the right strategy, you knew to hold it, and you would have made money. Even though you were losing money in the beginning, you were still able to make money, right? So there's two styles of trading, right? Like I said, there's regular traditional Forex trading, right, which I'll talk about on our one-on-one call, but it is basically a very passive way of trading where you can make higher profits, right, and you can make money overnight or while you're at work, right? When you're not on the computer, when you're not on your phone, you can still be trading and making money, but the trades take a little bit more time. You might be in your trade for an hour, you might be in them for 3 hours, you might even be in there for a day, potentially, right? Some people hold their trades for weeks if they just are, you know, patient people, right? I'm patient, but I'm not that patient, you know what I mean? I like making my money on a daily basis, you know, so, but yeah, so you can make money overnight, and it just takes a little bit more time to actually make the money, but it's still, if you were able to make $200 in 3 hours by pressing a button, are you going to complain? I hope you answered no. Alright, I hope you answered no. Right, so that's the first one. It's traditional Forex. The second one is binary options, okay? Binary options is very similar to Forex trading because you're trading the same thing. You're still trading Forex, but you're doing it in a different type of trading style, right? Where it's a lot more similar to stock options, but it's very fast, right? It's fast trading, fast profits, and you're in and out of the market within 1 to 3 minutes, maximum 5 minutes usually. You enter, let's say you enter the trade and you were risking $100, right? You were risking $100 on the trade. You have the ability to make $100 literally in 1 minute, right? If you predict that the market's going to go up in the next minute and it does, you win the trade and you win $100, right? But with traditional Forex, if you risk $100, right, and you think that the market's just going to go up, like, you know, let's say for the next 2 hours or whatever, right, and you catch the amount of pips, right, you'll learn that on the call. I don't want to be too confusing, but basically you can make $100, or you can risk $100 to make $300, right? So you can make more money, right, but it takes longer. But with binary options, you make a little bit less money, but it's much, much faster. Guys, I have videos on my YouTube channel of me turning a $500 account on binary options to over $5,000 within a couple months, right? Like one and a half months, 2 months. And then I have series that I've documented on YouTube and Instagram of me starting a $50 Forex account and turning it into over $1,000, right, in less than 45 days, okay? So you can make a lot of money with either one. They're just two different styles of trading, and some people prefer one or the other, right? But your boy, I'll be able to teach you both, right? Because I've been doing both for years. Okay, so here are the facts, guys. Okay, college debt, right? Some of you guys are in college, some of you guys are thinking about going to college, some of you guys graduated college already. Okay, college debt on national average is $30,000, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, $30,000, right, for 4 years, 4 basic years of school to get a degree that probably is not in demand in the workforce, where you probably won't get a job right out of school. There are people that I know that went to school and they paid for school for 4 years, right? People I grew up with. And they go to school and now they're working at, you know, a department store, or they're working as a car salesman, or now they're becoming real estate agents, right? Whatever. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it's like, why'd you go to school for why'd you go $30,000 in debt for a degree that's useless? That's not going to make you any money in the real world. Why? You know what I mean? Why are you thinking about going to school? Because you think it's a safety net, right? You think it's a safety net. You know how much you can learn? You know how much money you can make if you instead invested the $30,000 into yourself? Right? Or let's say you invested 1/10 of this, $3,000. If you were to invest $3,000 into yourself to just learn how to make money instead, you know how much more progress you can make in life? So that's where most people end up going, though, instead, is college, and they go into debt, and they get depressed, and they are fearful because 9 times out of 10 they get a degree that's useless, and they might have to go back to school to get a better degree, or go to school for longer to get, higher credentials, or they might just have to go get a normal job and suck it up, right? So instead of doing that, consider investing into entrepreneurship and investing into entrepreneurship university, right? Invest into yourself. Okay, a lot of people ask me, hey Ollie, what's the best stock to buy? What's the best trade to take? What's the best crypto to buy? You know what? You want to know what the best stock to buy is? Ticker U. YOU. Right? Buy into yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Invest into yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Right? Why? Again, because the money that you think that is safe, and that is that the money that you were told is safe, and you don't got to worry about the world, you don't have to worry about your finances, whatever. The people that are telling you that are taking your money and they're investing it and making billions of dollars a year, and they're giving you shit. They're giving you nothing, okay? And you're just okay with that, right? And again, this is not my opinion. These are facts, right? Everything that I'm saying, Google it. I'm not lying to you, right? What reason do I have to lie to you? Okay, I'm trying to help you wake up. I'm trying to help give you guys some knowledge and give you guys some tools, right? Some education. Not what you guys can say, well, I didn't know. You do know. You know now. Okay? Start investing, right? Here's the next fact, right? 70% of Americans do not have enough money for retirement. Okay? 70%. It's probably higher, right? Because I made this a year ago, right? 70% of Americans do not have money for retirement. Think about your mom. Think about your dad. Think about your grandparents. Think about your auntie. Think about your friends. Think about your teachers. Think about the people that you see working that are 70 years old, that are working at a grocery store, right? Or that are working at a restaurant, that are working as a bus driver. Do you think they're wanting to do that? Ask yourself that. Do you guys think, man, my grandma, she wakes up and she goes to work because she wants to. My dad, he wakes up and he goes to work because he wants to. Or do you think they do that because they have to? Because if they don't work, they're going to die. Right? Because, you're not going to be able to have food, you're not going to be able to have shelter, or you're going to be very uncomfortable. Right? They don't have the money to stop working. Their pension plans failed them. Their jobs failed them. The institutions failed them. The government failed them. The man failed them and lied to them straight to their face and took advantage of them, and now they're working for the rest of their lives. Okay? Last fact. You have opportunities that no other generation ever has had before. Okay? Think about what you're doing right now. You're watching me on a video, right, from your phone or from your computer, right, learning about ways to make money online. Right? Learning how you can make $200 a day from your phone. You know how crazy that would have sounded 20 years ago? You know how crazy it would be to tell somebody 50 years ago, tell an entrepreneur 50 years ago or 100 years ago, yeah, we have Google, we have technology, you can invest online, you can do all these great things online, you can make money online. There's 16-year-olds that are millionaires. I'm not one yet, but I'm going to become one soon. But there are people 5-10 years younger than you. Okay, that just all you got to do is just take advantage of the opportunities that you have, right? If you told them that you were able to get on a webinar or get on a video call and learn about how to make money online without having to get a job or break your back, that'd be insane, right? But instead, we're taught to use our phones for entertainment, use our computer for entertainment, right? Social media, right? Doing some other things on there too. Okay, use your opportunities to your advantage, because we have things that generations before have never had, guys. Right? If you do not know how to make money on your smartphone, ladies and gentlemen, you have a dumb phone. Okay, you need to learn how to take advantage of your situation, even if you don't know anything. You can go out and start making money. You just have to apply yourself, guys, and take advantage of the opportunities, guys, because think about it, right? We live in a digital era. Information on how to make online income, it is not optional anymore, ladies and gentlemen. It is crucial, right? It's a necessity, okay, right? Because now, look at AI, right? Look at artificial intelligence, okay? That is going to replace so many people in the workforce, right? There is going to be such a limited amount of jobs left in the next 15 to 20 years because artificial intelligence and robots can do your job for you, right? I went to a restaurant the other day and a robot was my server. There was not one person that I talked to. I sat myself and a robot came up and talked to me and took my order. For all I know, they made the food. Those exist, you know? Photographers, AI is coming out now that can make better photos than you can take. Music is being created by AI, right? Everything is being done with AI. If you do not learn how to make online income for yourself, you are going to get left behind, okay? Think about what this can do for you. Think about what an extra $50 a day, $100 a day, an extra $100 a day. That's an extra $2,000 a month. Imagine what $2,000 a month can do for you. That's an extra $24,000 a year. Okay? Pre-tax, right? Maybe $20,000, maybe $18,000 after taxes. But that's a raise that you gave yourself. Right? With just applying yourself and learning something online. Imagine if you go up to your boss. You say, "Hey boss, if I show up for an extra 1 to 2 hours a day for the next, and I do that 3 to 5 times a week for the next year, and 1 extra hour, do you think that you can give me a $24,000 raise?" What do you think they would tell you? You think your boss would say, "Oh yeah, no, sure, I got you"? Or you think they'd laugh at you and tell you get lost, come back to work when you're serious? What do you think they would tell you? Right? Now imagine instead if you said that, "Hey, if I apply myself for an extra hour, 2 hours a day, can I get a $5,000 monthly raise?" They're not going to give that to you, right? But if you apply yourself to learn a digital skill set that you apply 1 to 2 hours a day, 3 to 5 times a week for, after a year, 100,000%, you could be making an extra $100 to $200 a day, $300 a day, $400 a day. Like I said, some of our students that have been with us for like 18 months are making $600 to $700 per day. Okay? So think about what that can do for you and your family, guys, right? Because money does not buy happiness, but it does change situations, guys, right? Imagine if you had the money to pay off your debt, right? Imagine if you had the money to pay off your house or to buy the better food that you want, right? To buy better quality things for yourself. You'd be a lot happier. You'd be less stressed out. I guarantee you that. Guarantee if you had an extra $20,000 or an extra $200,000 in the bank, you would not be stressed out and you'd be sleeping better. You wake up a little bit happier. But you want to know why? Because even though, right, money is not the most important thing in the world, right, it ranks up there with oxygen, okay, which is very, very important. Want to know why it ranks up with oxygen? Because you need it to survive. If you don't have money, you're not eating. You don't have money, you're not sleeping good. You don't have money, you're not driving. Okay? You don't have money, you're not wearing clothes. Right? You don't have money, you're not drinking clean water. Okay? If you're not making money, right? Your kids are homeless. Your family, your wife, your husband. Okay? Your boyfriend, your girlfriend. You live a less quality life if you don't have money. Not emotionally, because spiritually, all faith to the Lord up high. Okay? I've been places where you don't have money. I've had no money. I've been broke and I've been happy. Right? But, okay, you're a lot less stressed and you're a lot more at peace and you have more time to spend doing the things that make you happy when you have more money, guys. Okay? So it does change your situation and it ranks up with oxygen because you need it to survive. So here is how we are able to make investing easy, okay? We make it simple with 3 core pillars and 3 core foundations, okay? Number 1 is trading tutorials. Number 2 is a group environment and a community that is there to help you. And number 3 is live streams that we like to call cash flow TV. Okay? Number one, we took years and years and years, right, of studying, losing money, experimenting, trying strategies, again, paying my own money for knowledge, okay, to develop an easy to understand training system, okay, that can make anybody profitable. It can help anybody learn how to trade consistently and confidently on their own in 30 days, ladies and gentlemen, right? That's what we've created, right? And now our group environment, the Cash Flow community, is a place where you can ask questions, right? It's a place where you can see results, and then more importantly, it's a place where you can connect with other like-minded individuals, people that have the same common interests as you, people that have the same goals as you, people that might have the same questions or confusions as you. Okay, and you're able to learn with them and grow with them. And you know why that's important? Okay, because entrepreneurship is very lonely, right? And trading is very lonely, right? Your own mind will eat you, right? It'll eat you up and spit you out, right? So now having a community of people that are in the same boat as you, that are struggling the same as you, or also seeing the people that are already ahead of you, that have already overcame the obstacles that you're currently facing, right, will help you better navigate your trading journey, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so the group environment is very, very important, right? The last one is Cash Flow TV, right? Live streams and plenty of videos, right, that will help you learn and earn at the same time. Okay, you get to ask questions, you get to see other people asking questions, you get to see me make money, you see me lose money, you see me break everything down from the very beginning of the strategy to the very nitty-gritty stuff of the strategy. Okay, you see me explain everything live, and if you're confused, ask me a question and I will answer it. Okay, like I said, I am the most transparent and honest trader in the entire trading industry that promotes education, I would say, right? Because the trading world is littered with pests, right? It is littered with scum buckets and garbage people, right? That have no good intentions, okay? That have garbage education and that are trading on demo accounts or falsely and illegally, mind you, right? One day I'm gonna make a big exposure series, okay? There's gonna be a lot of gurus that are gonna be federally indicted in the next 3 to 5 years because of how much money they scammed people out of, right? With false promises and false education, okay? So, again, my name is Gianni Oliva, Ali Castro. I've been doing this for years. Fact check me, and you can go. I'll give you every single student's information, and you message them yourself and ask them how I am as a teacher. Okay, I know nothing to hide. Okay, public record, right? So this is what my goal is to create financial freedom, not just for myself and not just for my community, but for the entire world. For everybody that has a dream for themselves, for everybody that wants more in life and that just doesn't know how to get there, right? For everybody that has a drive internally, that knows that they're worth more than a fucking job, that knows that they're worth more than what they were taught and told. My goal is to help them. My goal is to help people that have been in jail, that don't know what their next step is, for people that have gone to college and don't know what their next step is, for people that are working a 9-to-5 job and they don't know what their step is. Why? Because I have been there myself. What is your next move? If you don't know it, this is your next move, right? My goal is to help you accomplish that, okay? Number 2, right? We have impacted, educated, and enriched over 500 people across the country. It's like 540 something people across the country right now, and actually across the world, right? We have students in Mexico, we have students in Puerto Rico, we have students in India, we have students in Africa, we have students in Lagos, right? Because Africa's a country, right? We have students all over the place, right? Students in Colombia, okay? Some students in India, right? So, all over the place, okay? So we're working on growing, guys. Working on growing this, right? So right now, my goal, though, even though we have impacted and helped this many people, my goal is to help you, right? Because I am 100% determined to see you succeed. If you join my program, I'm up your butt, dude. Not like that, man, but I'm up your ass because I'm going to bother you and I'm going to annoy you, okay? Because of how much I want to see you succeed. Okay, I send messages, I check up on you, I make sure that you're hitting your assignments and that you're hitting your goals, and some people get annoyed by that, right? Because again, I take my student success very, very seriously. Okay, you're not here to waste time. We're not getting any younger. I'm not here to waste time. So since we're here to not waste time and make money, I'm gonna help you do that, right? It's my job, okay? Right? So how do you actually start, right? Now that you know about trading, right? Now that you're aware, right? You need to identify why you need more or want more in life, right? Everybody in the world falls into one of those two categories, right? You either need more or you want more in life, right? And if you don't want to admit that, that's fine. You'll realize that one day. You either need more in life or you want more in life. And again, I'm not talking about spirituality and all that stuff. Obviously, you'll never be fulfilled if you don't have the Lord inside you, right? But number two, right? It's about the quality of life. That's what we're talking about here, right? I'm sure you don't want to live in a shed. Even though you might want to live a nomadic lifestyle, that's fine. You can do that with a little bit more comfort, though. Okay? Right? You either need more or want more in life. Your family either needs more or your family either wants more. One of the two. Right? Now you've discovered the opportunity. You know what trading is. You know what banks are doing. You know what investing is. You know what the cash flow quadrant is. You know what to do now. Okay, you're learning this information. You're evaluating this information. You're deciding, hey, is this actually real? Is this something that's worth my time? Is this something that I can actually do? Yes, yes, and yes. Okay? Right? Next, you need to identify your intent. You need to determine, again, why you want more. Why do you need more? Okay? Are you somebody that grew up from poverty? Are you somebody that, that wants to finish what their family started? Are you somebody that wants to create generational wealth? Are you somebody that's just sick and tired of being sick and fucking tired? Why? Okay? When you identify that, you make a decision. Okay? You get started investing into your future one way or another. You want me to tell you how? Right? Because you're either going to decide to invest into your future positively, right? And start learning, start investing, start growing, start taking action, and that's going to allow you to achieve the goals, the dreams, and the desires that you have for yourself. Or you're going to decide to do nothing and invest negatively into your life. Okay? Invest by watching TV. Invest by mind scrolling on social media or doom scrolling on social media, right? Invest into bad food, not investing into your health. You're going to watch Netflix all day. You're going to go to work all day. You're going to come home and then you're going to complain on social media all day. You're going to decide on one of those two, right? I'll tell you that much. Whether you want to work with me or not, I don't care. You're going to make a decision, though, that you're going to start learning, or you're going to make a decision that you're going to stay the same. Either way, you got to make a decision now. Why? Because you are informed now. You know better now. You've been taught the secrets now. All right? You can't say, oh, I never knew about trading. You can't say, oh, I didn't know about entrepreneurship. Now you know. So now you make a decision. Do you stay the same? Or do you start taking action to change? Right? And now, with whatever that decision is, you commit, you launch, and you change your life forever. Doesn't matter how much the program costs. Doesn't matter how much my program costs, how much Grant Cardone's program costs, or how much, whoever, Warren Buffett's program costs. How much time you have to put in. It does not matter. Okay? You work and you commit to changing your life. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry about that. I'm here live, man. I'm here live. I'm in the zone. Right? But either way, you change your life forever. Okay? Now, again, you're either going to change your life because you're going to go all in on yourself. Right? Or you're going to go all in on your job. Right? Whatever one you decide, pick it. Right? Either go all in on yourself and take the risk the same way I did, the same way that every entrepreneur, actor, boxer, celebrity, athlete has ever done. Is take a risk on themselves and commit to their plan of action, right? Or don't do that, but then commit on going all in on your job. Commit on climbing the corporate ladder. Commit to the 9 to 5. If you're not going to take action and change, then just commit to going all in on your job. That way you're less stressed out. You already know, man, this is what my life's going to be like for the next 40, 50, 60 years. And I'm fine with that. Then you don't ever have to worry about money ever again because you chose that, right? So when you make that decision, you commit, right? So people are probably going to be wondering what the actual, how we teach, okay? So this is how our program works, guys. So it is the Cash Flow Private Accelerator Bootcamp, Okay, this is what I've been doing for years now because I do everything with one-on-one help, right? It's one-on-one coaching with me personally, right? Where I'm going to sit down with you and teach you everything that I know, right? And by doing that, it is going to allow you to become a confident and profitable and consistent trader on your own in the next 30 days, right? Not the next 3 years, 4 years, 5 years like it took me, in the next 30 days, ladies and gentlemen, okay? From where you are at right now. Whether you have trading experience or no trading experience, right? My responsibility is to teach you everything that I know and help you start applying that confidently on your own in the next 30 days. And I have helped over 500 people do that, and it's not stopping today, so I know I can help you. I have taught people from the ghetto in Southside Chicago, right? That's where 50% of my students are located, okay? People that are illiterate, that do not know how to read or write, learn how to start making an extra $100 to $200 a day online. Okay, college dropouts, high school dropouts, people that have just got out of prison. It does not matter if you're going to state pen, or I'm sorry, here's the quote. It does not matter if you are from Penn State or the state penitentiary. That's the quote. I can teach you and I can help you. Okay, and I'm committed to doing that. And by doing that, here's how we're going to do it. Okay, here's how it works, right? It is a private group chat with me. Okay, you are going to get a personalized welcome package, right, sent to your front door that has everything that you need to launch you successfully, right? It has a starter checklist, right? It has a trader contract, and it has a bunch of other cool things too that is going to help you learn and grow faster, and it's going to have a few gifts in it too. Right, you get private market analysis with Q&A with me, right, where we're going to personally get on one-on-one calls, and I'm going to do step-by-step live trading with you, live trading in the real market with you. Okay, it's gonna be you and me on a call, and just like this, but it's gonna be you and me, and we're gonna be trading with each other. Okay, I'm gonna help you personally with setting up the best broker that you can ever start using. Okay, to start trading. I'm going to personally set up your account with you and show you how to use it, and I'm going to even help you take your first couple of trades and trade with you. Okay, so you also get text and call. You can text. I'm talking in third person. You get to text or call me anytime you want. Okay, you get literally. I'm doing this 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. This is my job. Okay, so if you need help, you ask me, and I will help you. Okay, so you can text and call me for any help. You also get 24/7 access to a priority success coach. Okay, I have a whole team of people, right, that are experienced traders that you can email if I'm not available, right, and they won't answer any question that you have or hop on a call with you if I'm not available themselves, right. You also get personalized assignments and quizzes, right, to make sure that you are understanding and learning the material correctly in the 30-day span of time. Sorry, I had a brain fart, right? And you also get our day trading mastery program, which goes over Forex. We have a Forex course, a binary options course, a series of over 100 hours worth of me live trading with my real money, right, from old live streams that I used to do, where you want, with the same strategies that I teach you inside of the day trading programs, right, I'm using those strategies and I'm applying them inside of the real market with my own real money, right? And you watch me turn a $50, like I said, you watch me turn a $50 account to over $1,000. You watch me turn a $500 account to over $10,000. You watch me flip accounts. You watch me lose money, make money, break everything down, and explain what we're doing. And there's over 100 hours in there. Okay, and you also get downloadable trading calculators, downloadable trading PDFs, blueprints, compound calculators, position size calculators, trading journals, and all the other tools and guides that you would need to help you become an organized and profitable and consistent and confident trader on your own in 30 days, guys, right? So that is the Cash Flow Private Accelerator Bootcamp. We're going to talk about that more on our one-on-one call, if it's a good fit for you, and all that other good stuff, right? So that's how I teach, though. That's basically what the system is. And once you're inside of the program, you are inside of the program for the rest of your entire life, right? I don't do monthly subscriptions. I don't do any of that stuff. You're in the group your entire life. The day you join, you're in there till the day we die, and then our kids are going to take our place, and you're going to teach them the generational skill sets, and they are going to have the knowledge and the blueprints for success the same exact way that you guys do. All right, guys. So at the end of the day, my goal is to help bring Wall Street to our streets, help bring Wall Street to your streets, right? To your community, right? To your household. Okay, I want to be able to bring the knowledge and the secrets that again are not traditionally taught to us and help put them in front of you to give you the skill sets and the tools to start creating a better future for yourself. Okay, we have live market analysis with Q&A. Right, you get to learn how to generate online income anywhere at any time with our fully online community and academy. Okay, and you also get an engaging community of people that are willing to help you grow. Right, that's what cash flow is, and that's how we teach. Right, so this is just a quick teaser call or teaser video before our one-on-one call, guys. We are a small business. This number is not updated, by the way, right, because I'm a small business and I basically do everything myself. But this is my passion, right? My pride, love, and joy is trading. I love trading. I love teaching. I love helping people. Right, there's nothing like helping somebody get to the next level and hearing thank you. Right, or just seeing that their quality of life is improving, right? Because I believe it's my God-given purpose. I think that's what he put me here for, and that's what my mission is by using financial education and by using the financial literacy that he's blessed me with, I'm able to help bless other people the same way, and now in turn, now they have more time, right? More freedom to invest into their spiritual connection with the Lord, guys. So that's what I am. That's what I do, right? So I'm a small local business here in South Florida, and me and my team are always here for you, right? If in between now and the call that you scheduled, you have questions, right, or you have confusions or anything like that, just feel free to message us. This is our email. This is our website. This is our address. And if you email us, I can send you the number because I do not remember our business number off the top of my head, right? We just changed it like a couple months ago, so I have not memorized it yet, okay? But yeah, and then on our one-on-one call, what you guys can expect there, okay, is basically we're going to be going over questions about this video, and also we're going to be going over the answers that you submitted in the form previously, and we're going to be going over the market. I'm going to be teaching you my strategy. I'm going to be breaking everything down, and I'm going to be going over the program to see if it's a good fit for you. And if you do not think that I am a good fit for you or that I am a good mentor for you, then I'm going to discuss other options and direct you to other places or people, right, that might be a better fit for you. That way you can start your trading journey, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want your money, right? If you want to join my program, obviously I'm going to help you, right? But, okay, I want you to just feel confident that you have the skill set and you have the knowledge to go out and start learning to start trading, guys. That's my goal on that call, okay? So, start doing the things you don't want to do now, like what you're currently doing, watching this video, so that way you can enjoy the things you do want to do later. Okay, there's a quote that one of my mentors told me, right? That everybody wants to be an entrepreneur until the invoice comes, and everybody wants to be an entrepreneur until it's time to do what entrepreneurs do and put the time in. Okay, you have to be willing to invest time. You have to be willing to invest money. Okay, if you don't want to invest time and money, like I said, I can still direct you to other places that can still help you start learning. Right? I have a ton of free knowledge on YouTube. I have a ton of free knowledge on my website with blogs. So either way, I'm going to be able to help you start learning and help you start trading, ladies and gentlemen, right? So do the things you don't want to do now to enjoy the things you do want to do later, guys. With that, that's everything I have for you in this free training. I appreciate you all for watching, and again, thank you and congratulations on booking your free one-on-one training call. I'm super excited to have you guys there. I'm super excited to answer any questions that you have on that call, right? Do not hesitate to ask any question at all. I am an open book, and the more questions you ask, the better it is going to be for you, right? So you can start taking action and start going all in on yourself, right? Not partially, but go all in. Ask every question you have so you can make the decision to start or stay in the same place, right? So, because again, the only dumb question, I love saying this to people too, the only dumb question is a question you don't ask, right? So with that, guys, I'm super excited and I'm super blessed to have the opportunity to speak with you on our call. I'm looking forward to it. And if you have any questions in between now and then, like I just said, you guys know where to find me. But with that, I will see you all at the top because the bottom is way too crowded, ladies and gentlemen. God bless you, and I will see you on our one-on-one training. Peace.